in the jungle, and it will be a Camille top almost certainly. Here is the roster, and man, top lane is a risky one. Yes, you have the outscale taken, and that's going to be a freebie Mountain Drake to SKT.
Oh, trying to get the ult to steal it away. Close but no cigar from LCK. First Mountain, followed by a Cloud coming up here.
Test here, they've ripped out at 3,000.
Now Mata has not taken Smite. It's going to go to 1,000 health. The teleport from Bravo as well at 1k. It's taken away. SKT go in for the Pop Blossom, and 2 members of Table Bar there as well. They find first blood of Rift Rivals. 29
react here, remember? The Abyssal Voyage on cooldown.
Dragon will be taken as a response, but first turret goes over to the side of Flash Wolves. Faker. He's going to work his magic down the bottom side and trade up. So SKT still with the lead, but at least LMS trying to
expected the chase there. Both the side lane ganks have been questionable. Faker!
Oh, we're looking for a Human Plague to come out. Drops it. Faker drops Pop Blossom himself as clip. Comes in with his on the hunt. Rather has no escape here. He flashes away. The Scottish doesn't connect with the Tangle Bomb. Does. SKT find and walks past it. Even burns a flash, but you call that worth as SKT get the turret in response as well.
Amusingly, it ended up being already in a spot.
It's Vision, you take the Glacial Prison, you send him to hell, you come in with a Hextech Ultimatum, and that control will pay. He's pushing away, even Hanabi can't contest him right now.
It's really good to see Faker in such indomitable form. He really does feel like he's playing against the 7th placed LMS team, and he's Faker. Of course, I'm great. It's kind of what's going through his mind because he's pushing up, he's applying pressure, he is being a gold. In fact, 4 SKT members with bounties with only 3 kills in the game.
Wow, finding Shalcy, that's going to be the lockdown wide binding as Tanglebubs will connect as well. He's still the Lux ult, but he can't get the kill, but Shalcy left out in the middle of nowhere, has to flash away with Glacial Prison on towards the support at 80. Harry Teddy flashing himself, but in the back line, can't, starts knocking away. Petty gets low, he's going to uppercut him for a double kill. Hanabi even drops to the death pile, and for Flash Wolves, everything sweeps across as SKT going. The LCK we believe, and SKT with Baron buff.
A bit of time to, collect themselves. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. A famous analogy that's always relevant. They were able to check themselves, and right now, Flash Wolves could just be losing in the very near future. One thing that represented a team fight couldn't happen, and anything that on to Tom Kench, he cleanses, he walks away.
So easily, they turn him back around as well, and so you think he's a take, but he goes that quickly.
He's got a Kindle Gem and a prayer, nothing he can do. And so, unfortunately, really struggling, trying to come in. Flash Wolves, it has to be mentioned, had no level of rhythm in the LMS. Only picked up their first victory after 5 best-of-3 losses in a row. It's definitely looking like that as SKT are playing with their food.
That's right, it was against the Alpha team, remember, so middle of the pack for Flash Wolves. They're going to have to do a lot better in this tournament as SKT just breaking down windows once again. This inhibitor there, bottom side as well. For Flash Wolves, the miracle, long past gone. As an SKT like this, you can rally behind, you can get excited about. Then past 2 series wins, this game looks to be on top.
If you're sitting there, on Teddy as well, but he's got kills now. To ramp it up, the Glacial Augment Nico is his most played in solo queue recently, farming out with Azir and Nico every game he can get it. They're looking to break the bases, taking it up.
Yeah, they just run forward. They get the slowdown onto the bottom lane support. Flash Wolves left with 1 inhibitor up. They find the Glacial Prison, but remember, SKT so far ahead, it's going to require a miracle. The ultimate again from Lux, but look at Khan in the back line again. SKT take down the Renekton, and Khan is untouched. He can't die. Someone stop the Scissor Leg Lady as Khan walks forward. The rest of Flash Wolves drop, and SKT walking through this game without a death on the board. Number 12. Clint doesn't want to make that number 1 for Flash Wolves. They will eventually, and the LMS absolutely routed.
This Camille is like something out of a Tarantino movie. She's so aggressive, she's so strong. They're diving Nexuses. Holy moly, this one's done.
Level 17 Camille, Khan states his command here in the first game of Rift Rivals with an LCK win. Go over to the side because it's not, it's Urgot picked up and he wasn't. This has been a draft.
You know what? Your analysis, you never told me to expect it. It's actually...
We need to see Rise coming down as well. 1k, 900. This is going to be a smite through Spirit. Goes down no way. Wanting to take the fight like the VTS do, but don't want to respond. They respond with a first blood. Sorn coming through as well with Predator. He can't pop away. Canyon blocks him on top of him as well, and Canyon just wants to follow up. Sonic Wave, resonating strike, and to get away, Sorn is going to need a miracle, but everyone flashes in the end, and it's 2.
Damwon are going for the mid lane, and Damwon end up trading overall the Rakan ultimate to actually get the full ability to use your suite of CC. It was pretty sweet CC, it got the kill, but bot lane, speaking of sweet CC.
Yeah, let's knock him up. Beryl gets pulled back in, and I don't think Dumb won't have a chance. They're now left with Nuclear in a 1v4, pops the feathers to fly, but the explosive cast with the lockdown of Rune Prison, even the Urgot comes.
His top laner teleported away. Turret's going to go down on the bot side here. We were hoping for that relentless aggression. Definitely a very VCS-style turret dive bot, but the reset after that has been a little bit...
Evils have no option. They're mid, they're top. What's the next play?
The timer just doesn't work for them. It's 16 minutes in. This Barrel walking to the side. Flash up here. Right now they don't need to dive to get chip damage in. Wait and see if there's a force.
Well, it's finally going to go down. Dumb just run at it, and that's
kind of 3 of 3, or at least 2.
We're talking good news here for Evos now. If No Way gets caught out, nope. Suddenly Dumb one switch on, and Mans jumps in as well. He has to flash away, but remember the taunt comes down. Unable to find Showmaker in the end, but still looking for those picks proactively. Ready to get the pick.
But while they're ready for magic damage, they're not ready for Xayah crit. Speaking of Xayah,
that's the pick into the quickness, into the back line as well. Now Divkit in the position once again, but for Dumb one in the choke, it's going to be okay as long as Nuclear can keep running forward. But the Akali in the back line, Showmaker takes out 2 before getting corrupted himself. But Deer into the mid. Now for Canyon, gets taken out the ride, finally paying dividends, but Nuclear still lives. Yeah. But still, 4K at this point in the game, considering where it was leading, is a tale for how this next fight will go.
So the hope for Evos here is, this is not as simple as winning a 5v5 in even terrain.
I still want to take it though. Looking forward to that red buff. Baron's still sitting up. They want that pick, but again the engage comes through from No Way. Canyon doesn't get to play. Evos find the pick. There's a Realm Warp coming through as well to cut them off, and Damn one have to go up now. Look at Evos. The heal there. Showmaker in the backline goes over to Divkit. Wants the assassination. Nuclear from front to back while Showmaker has all the party in the backside. But again, it's the Rise who now heads to the rest of the fight. Nuclear with feathers up and back down. Goes explosive and golden at the same time. They get a knock up, and Nuclear still firing away. But look at Dia, the 1v3 possible.
It's really...
Canyon might have done enough. Mia can't go in here by himself.
Doesn't have smite either.
So Baron gonna go down. And there, Dumb one gaming break up.
So with 2 evolves and a Rise who has just the most AoE damage. If you let...
Yeah, but it's just gonna be the push away while Baron does the rest. Dumb one taking more of an assertive gold lead in this game, but once again in control, they use the Baron and they
get to walk up so easily because the wave clear from Evos is pretty limited, and if you all in and choose the wrong timing, you just die. So smart of them to walk away, but where is the Alamo? Where is the must fight for spot? Because the Baron buff, 40 seconds away, it's a 1 more minion wave. I think Evos are going to have to either give up this inhibitor or full-on engage.
Which where's there? The level 18 Rise over by the wing. Beryl looking for the knockup onto No Way. They find it, but he gets knocked up himself. Survives with the help of the Karma Shield. As Showmaker hits one flank, the rest of Dumb one come for another. They find one. They look for the second. They go into the back line, and Dumb one lump on top of each other. Once again, onto Deer now. Needs to be the target as the Rise is left alone. Evos have been chunked out, taken away, and the strongest member sent to the corner. Sent packing by Nuclear. Dumb one do everything in their power to shut down the VCS.
They take him down. The last stand is an unsuccessful one. Dumb one Gaming, they toiled a bit in the mid game, but they were overall the better team. And they will mean that the LCK are 2-0 to Open Rift Rivals 2019.
Perfect start in front of the home crowd, while the VCS, we still see how they develop here after game 1, but the crowd loving what they see so far.
You have to be so decisive on your execution against a Karma Cop. Get that one target out before the shielding comes, because you need a lot of damage, but they're gonna go Zoe anyway. Now, on the one hand, this is comfort. On the other hand, it's gonna be base damage. It's going to be basically the Zoe against his opponent when it comes to a mount against bot side. Engage starts.
Okay, there's a 2v2 for now, but Meliodas coming in with Predator, ready to body bomb in. Imp level 6, but Lumau at 5, sacrifices himself. First blood. Will actually find Pallet, does get Shadow Dash, the explosive cast comes out, Flawless in trouble as the bubble comes through, but I think Flawless left alone, he can't flag and drag away. The flash is over, Null has the perfect execution, finds his way over, and JDG lose yet another.
Here, when you have a super tank in the top side, when does the ult come in?
Gonna get it at melee range, pops it now into the World Ender. It comes in immediately with that killer instinct as you talk. The Shen stand united. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Pallet's up there, but the decimating smash takes him out. Pallet just watches him die in the end.
And the flash very
offside in stopping this, but Better team fight right now.
Ward here is doing so much work.
You're going to see the world ender. You're going to see an Aatrox die before it can open up. Teleport to come in, and Zoom has the ulti available if he wants to set up for a second fight.
And that ward was super high value for JDG. They want to get that first turret. They should break it here.
Now Zoom can take this up, minion wave or not. JDG open up the map and get the first big goal.
Neutrals wherever they go.
LittleMail playing the cool guy there, just not looking at the explosion in the end as well. Dragon going to be picked up.
Interrupted by the Void Seeker being sent out, right? So doesn't have too many options, this Cowboys. Hopping man on the back end here. JDG take down a turret. You don't necessarily think of a Kai'Sa comp as a siege comp, but 3 beefy boys and a Zoe. Sometimes Zoe can do all the hard lifting herself.
Second turret of the game as well. They break down mid, looking towards the bottom side.
The Infernal, because of how aggressively they were posturing, the fallback Infernal is impossibly contested, so that is an
anchor. We'll note as well, it's a double Infernal coming across, so some good RNG Drakes this game. Yagao is 40 CS up over his lane, has been considerably better since we last saw him in the LPL.
That's a question mark, because obviously you watch JDG the most closely, even as a play-by-play.
Especially for a team like JDG. More control, League of Legends, the floor has been caught out, so there's no control there. He flashes, he survives for now. Talent to go gone, but Imp's doing a great position. Teleport through as well from Norm, who joins the fight into the backline. Imp's been caught out. The killer instinct in the backline though, survives for long enough to take down one. Yagao from the side as well. The other damage threat is Norm, can't re-engage. He's used his burst potential. Now the Aatrox needs a reset. It's on LittleMail. He wants to get the world ender pumping nice and early. Does find the 1 kill. And now for the resetters, Yagao takes him down. A messy fight we're now finally getting. Falls with the Cataclysm. Better late than never. Ryzo to jump in, but his ult's expended. Yagao has been leading this fight, and Zoom's right along with him. The Dumpling Brothers reunite. Double Infernal on the menu now. EPL getting hit slowly. Zoom going to be the one who's face tanking this for now, but Ryzo doesn't want to be here because we see the unstoppable onslaught once again falls into the backline. The troll bubble ends, but it's Imp again who just gets free roam, and for JDG, they can go front to back as good as you like. Zoom does not die, and Big Koro has to stop attacking him because right now, for dashing Buffalo, they need to get out of there. JDG heading forward, Ryzo to go golden, but Nolan's the backside with the perfect execution. Needs the perfect mark in the fight. The bubble lands again. 2-man decimating smash. It could be good for dashing Buffalo, but Imp and Yagao still alive. They get the return kill, and Zombie Scion on the map. JDG know where he is though now. Imp doesn't have ult, so it doesn't matter if it lands. LittleMail's coming up. Here's the depth charge. The Korean audience are just going, oh no, because Noel has to use the perfect execution. Ignites down, they lock him down. Dashing Buffaloes leave him. That's a pick for the turret as a trade. Somehow, Zoom being caught with his pants down on camera actually caught out the enemy mid laner, which you'll take. They can start up Baron here, so Dashing Buffalo, they're trying to force a rotation. And JDG say, we're going to delete Baron, you better stop. And Palad's there without the rest of the team. Yagao does magic damage. That means the Shen is going to regret this. It gets jumped on, flashes away. Culling's onto him as well. Look at Big Koro, the biggest of them. In fact, Dashing Buffalo, this could be their fight. Palad saves his 80 carry. The biggest of Koros, still alive. Ryzo going head first as well. And for LittleMail, to survive this long is good, but now they have to deal with a refed Aatrox. And Dashing Buffalo's walking away. They still want the kill, but Yagao. It's being multiplied here. Engage. Caught out though, that's the depth charge again. Stein ulti 2. They just keep knocking up the Akali, who eventually survives. A lot burnt for the mid laner, and Zoom getting chunked in. The magic damage gets through him. While again the Aatrox face forward while JDG relying on him. He finds the first kill, and now a numbers disadvantage as they run. Yagao is on the hunt. Remember, he can delete people. And he has been spotted now for Meliodas. He body bops him, but he gets the trouble bubble. Looking for the paddle star once again while Norm wants to come in for the flank. He finds himself amongst one, but they're onto him. They just want this 80 carry to die, but Norm can't make it work. Yagao unchecked, comes into the side, lands the trouble bubble, and immediately back to the Baron. Baron doesn't release. Baron doesn't release. It's at 5,000 health. Can they stop this? Getting bursted down by Yagao even more so. Big Koro wants to run forward, but Baron secured there by JDG. Now to get out. By hook or by crook. So powerful with Infernal here, because the Zoe, unbelievable damage. The amount of people that can tank the turret, and Kai'Sa can swoop in and do huge damage. It's burst build on Imp, it's burst build on Yagao, and they're both huge, so any well, and all of the pokes. So watch health bars, inhibitor turrets, all of the above explode. Dashing Buffalo need a plan. You cannot try to feel this one out. That's right, because teleport's coming in from Zoom as well, who has ulti in hand. JDG with Baron buff. 5 members strong are just going to charge this one down. They're being decisive as they should, and Dashing Buffalo, they're looking for their moment. I don't know if they'll ever find one. That trouble bubble lands. It could be preposterous as one does. It's onto the Aatrox. It jumps in with him as well. And JDG him and smack him in the butt as Dashing Buffalo left in a 5 versus 4. That's going to be Palace ulti onto Nor, but honestly, someone else is going to die. He tries to escape, it won't let him. Neither will Lilmau, who brings him all the way back into the frame. Dashing Buffalo back to the Nexus. Nor way too late as JDG pull the LPL Classic, bring the tempo into their first game, and look to set LPL up for a strong start at Rift Rivals.
Yagao skipping mad at the end. We knew it would be a high-value balance, even faster than we could have predicted. You need a plan when Zoe and AP Kai'Sa get going, and it seems like JDG...
FPX, Kingzone playing with a little pizzazz here in their first game of Rift Rivals 2019. The Alistar going to be locked in here as well. Uses flash. Tian holds on to his as Kaz enters the mid lane now. See if he can place him defensively. Okay, there's the flash in. Sand Soldier's doing some work. Doiby gonna get taken down. The last Sand Soldier will do it. First blood. Works fantastically well here for Kingzone. High rolling as far as the Drakes are concerned because they get to utilize their power on the bottom side of the map. Yep, teleport to come in here as Deft and Tucson making their way up as a duo. Tian comes down though, but it's not actually him. It's in the mid lane. There's the Emperor's Divine. Doiby flashing to get out of the way, but the final chapter is read to him. It's going down low. Kaz is in position. He wants to get that tunnel forward to lock this one down. He's not going to steal it even on the Infernal Drakes. And now Kaz going to have to use the ultimate, but doesn't even have time. Final chapter does come down, and Neon just
should expect Kingzone to get this turret, push on towards this inner turret, base, and then make a play towards the bot side.
So inner turret is free. Not likely to go for any charges on the inhibitor turret. Can be a little bit dangerous here as that is coming in afterwards to try and give him that extra attack speed. Not going to happen this time. He's just looking straight towards that Infinity Edge by the looks of the chapter. Already going to go down here as Chris takes a fair bit of damage, but the Drake is secured. Chris diving on in, and they manage to take down the Rek'Sai before anything else can happen. The culling flies in as Def does a fair bit of damage as Tian just going to get booped away. Kimgoon not going to find any joy with his ultimate. Double kill comes down from Def as Rascal has found the backline. Doiby and LWX not going to be able to do anything, and Skull joins the fight once again.
Super powerful, and it's going to be able to get them these 2 turrets.
That's amazing stuff from Kingzone. We saw
once you're able to get some at least Infinity Edge components, right? They're just going to go for it now.
Prowling projectile comes down. They didn't want to find Chris with it as On the Hunt comes down. Final chapter there just to deter them from engaging onto Kaz. He does go into his stopwatch. Def gets them out of the way as Pop Blossom is channeled. Rascal looks for the charge and does get on top of Kimgoon here. As there's the kill. The Nico's going to fall. The Sand Soldiers set themselves up, but not for long as the Azir is going to get taken down. Doiby does so much damage at this stage of the game, but Def does too. Chris taken down for the double. The flash! The triple kill! Could it be the quadra? Yes, it is! This is Def on the international stage. Welcome, guys, to Rift Rivals 2019.
Set the ball rolling, and Def takes them down one by one, where LWX couldn't even find a place to go into the fight.
That's an inhibitor as well. Def low. Yeah, a lot of members, in fact, are incredibly low. Pop Blossom is going to fly forward. The Yumi's going to go down, but if it's a trade 1-for-1 and Kingzone get Baron, then that is not worth it, and that's exactly what it's going to be. The pessimism's running out, like you were talking about before.
Yeah, and I think right now, the fact that FPX have been on that pedestal for so long in the LPL, and then you're looking at this kind of game, and Kingzone are playing what seems like the best Kingzone you can do.
Yeah.
Deft is on top of his game right now, and they have a comp that really empowers him. So great job here to be able to draft into this
Protect this siege minion. And the inhibitor turret in the mid lane is going to get taken down for free. Kimgoon, that's his shape splitter. But you saw how much these crits are doing. Chris tries to flash him, but he's just going to die. The final chapter read out plain as day. It's a charge into the backline from Rascal. Jumps off Skull, taking a lot of damage here as Tian looks for the kick, gets Def, and will take him down. Now it's FPX's opportunity as Kimgoon doesn't find the Pop Blossom, and Kingzone are able to get out of there. However,
and it slows it down just a little bit, but I'm not too concerned if I'm at Kingzone in this game.
Well, damage done to champion.
Go back towards top. Kingzone needs to play it respectful. It's FPX that need to find a similar golden play like that.
Yeah, well, there's flashes available for Def and Neon. So it means that the amount of Kingzone plays that they can make is much higher than that of FPX. Not having the flash on Tian is so hard. And Doiby, of course, has to play a whole lot more safely than what he was doing earlier on. FPX just watching as their inhibitors are falling down. We've got a 10,000 gold lead on the horizon.
You gotta draw the line in the
Kingzone.
sand.
As yeah, Gingo's Shape Splitter is going to be ignored as it makes its way past last inhibitor to hit the dust. As Kingzone are now just 2 Nexus turrets away from this Baron is going to disappear. Goodbye, Baron.
You can't take that risk if you're FPX on that one.
Well, I mean, they can't. Their champions literally cannot move that fast.
That's true.
All crashing at the same time. Baron buffed super creeps. Now knocking on the front door of FPX, and good God, Tien, he just disappeared. The culling is literally just that. As Doinby does have to be respected, but Gimgoon looks like he doesn't. That's a big pulverize now into the back line, but there's just not enough damage. Empress Divide onto everyone in the back line, and it's clean up here for Kingzone Dragon X. The double kill now. The Nexus will follow, and LCK will strike first against the LPL Rift Rivals 2019.
Beautiful performance. And cut through side lanes.
Yeah.
Recognizing later on in the game that he could help Mia out in the side lane, be able to get a kill on towards an enemy top laner, or do the same for Dia. So those are, it's possible.
Is he just going to belly bot flash his way in here? He could potentially do it. Doesn't even need the flash. Flawless Duet comes down. Blade Search, will he have it? Yes, he does. It's going to be the answering kill most likely, but somehow XX had the aggro now with 1,000 gold lead, and now with a push advantage on the bottom side of the map. Vanguard's edge comes down top side as we're just fighting. We ain't stopping. World Ender's going to be there. That's not
Ward. They actually have eyes on him.
Oh,
look
no,
at this.
they found him once again. Another barrel comes down. Look at all the CC. What the heck was that? Get off of me. Yeah, no flash is going to be used. I thought that maybe Bennett go over that wall to try and finish him off. Doesn't happen as the tower isn't finished. Oh my God. All turret plates on the top side of the map. All turret plates in the mid lane in trade for 5 on the bottom side.
Atlas, they require a help package. Just
They
something.
need a drop.
They definitely need
That's
a
a
drop.
different game.
Oh, here we go, though.
369, who's ganking who right now as the World Ender has been popped. Flash available. Flawless Duet is exactly that. Vanguard's edge comes down. This Blade Surge is going to have so many different uses as Knight throws down the ult. 369, he wants to keep fighting. The flash forward, the Ionian Fervor, but it's not enough. Enough shields were available, and the Skarner grabs the kill. In the meantime, Top Esports will be taking.
She doesn't have flash either, so understandable in that situation.
But this is the time where he needs to be going for it, though, because they're just going to give it up. That's insane. I was about to say, because they know that Evos has to fight.
But they already lose the objective. I mean, XX bought enough time. Dia couldn't.
Extending, because it feels like the jungles of both teams belong to Top Esports, but Dyer, he's saying package delivered over to Loken. Killer Instinct has been utilized, dodging out of the way of all of these rockets as Evos. They want to try and find this pick, and yep, that was a whoopsie. Good old 369. A lot of damage availability here for this Azir with all the attack speed scored. Moving on over.
They got you.
Then he's going to get dredgelined as well. Loken has charged up that Rage Blade, and he's angry. On top of it, Flash is going to be used though, and Ben, the last tick of the Ignite is all that's required. Dyer now oversteps. Mias is going to go down. Knight throws the Empress Divide just for one.
Here, that was upsetting because it felt like they were in a good position, quite honestly.
Yeah.
And I know that they got placed back through mid lane. Azir was putting in a lot of poke, but Skarner trying to contest for wards in a position he has no backup in. Obvious result, top gets W. But what?
Well, speaking of Loken, he's going to find the W, and then he finds the kill in a no way. Mias now on the wrong side of this one. Great cast comes in. World Ender has to be invested, but it ain't going to be enough. No resets for you, my friend. As the flash forward from Ben, the Vanguard's edge, 369, getting some revenge here, and Top have woken up here in Game 5 of Rift Rivals, and they're going to break open the base.
So I don't like replays because too much has happened in this game.
Yeah, I feel like that was Void Seeker landed and then Loken pressed his R button. That's the spoiler alert that I've got for you. 369 diving in. Inhibitor is going to be
that angle, or at least how they were even in that position to begin with.
Maybe Loken was scouting for when it's night right now, and he does have his QSS done. QSS there for Loken as well. The time of the Skarner is over, and the time for Top Esports is now. Inhibitor number 2 going to fall. Top lane Inhibitor, the last one remaining.
Stick around, bot lane, super minions are huge. Dia's taking in a lot of DPS right now. What are you doing, Knight? Where are we going?
He's using the shifting sands to go forward. Really impressed.
Dia should watch out with how close he's getting tonight at this point. You already saw how much damage he took. Yeah.
And he likes using his E aggressively. There we go. Looking for the flash package. Gets Dia out of there, but Knight didn't pull the trigger. He knew that he was likely to be getting baited as the last inhibitor does go down. The rest of top Esports just doing the work.
2 waves of super minions, both on mid and bottom lane. Right now, Evos actually have to draw the line in the sand here.
Or they've just got to try and get these guys out of their base with brute force. But Scorn does have the ultimate available, but just doesn't have a lot of good targets. Even XX has himself the Banshee's Veil as he's looking for a cast, finds it into the backline. No way. Just takes half of his health bar and damage. And XX still just looking for more. Scorn does find that Banshee's Veil, but it's opened up space for Loken. 9-9, you can see he's just biding his time on the backline. 369 as well. He wants to pull some triggers.
They're going to stick around. I mean, they're getting a lot of value here. The ultimate on Div Kid right from the get-go because of the angle that Nautilus had. At this point, yeah, teleport right back.
Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen here as Knight buys a few more items. No way, just going to panic press his golden button.
I missed what happened, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I think he just pressed his gold button. Not entirely sure. It's Vanguard's Edge is going to start this fight for top Esports. 369 grabs the first kill. It's one back. Traded onto XX, but it's 2 kills. It's the double for the Aurelia. Can he find more? No, he can't as Loken grabs the next one, and 9-9 is going to grab it. As all of these powerhouse solo laners and the duo laner, of course, in the 80 carry from Loken are going to grab kills in the last fight. 13-4, and top Esports obliterate Evos.
And that's what you want to see from top Esports. Yumi being like, oh my God, yes! Yes, my friend! Please!
All right, well, that means that we've got Sword playing Akali. I pulled back. I'm not sure whether we dropped out
there. Shut me
up.
up.
Yeah, my ears.
They don't want me to tell
they didn't want to see
do.
this. As Zoom is going to get dived on. Sword is going to be here, and they are going to grab it. That's Tarzan grabbing a killer.
Throwing the ultimate in the right direction. Yeah. Throwing your Q. Of course he's going to miss that. The Talon just went straight for his neck.
Would you say that Tempered Fate was then Tempting Fate? Is that what you meant? Get those autos in, and Flawless isn't going to be able to enact ganks like this as effectively. Tarzan not in vision at the moment. As there's the Emperor's Divide. Chovy delivered for free over to JDG, evening out that kill.
You can already see the dragon being started, but this is what you're worried about.
Imp is actually deciding he wants to just straight up take this one. He knew that there were going to be 3 people.
To his core items. If he gets to his Rage Blade, perfect, right? But obviously that's going to be a tough road for the dragon that's going to be coming up in 3 minutes. Then you can have the vision placed down, but who did they find?
All right, yep, JD has found Chovy, and now he's dead. That's what happens if ever JD's side.
They're bringing Azir for this one. I don't know if they think that they can move into the second turret, but just in case Griffin thinks they can pick up, they just can't get picked off.
There's the Tempered Fate on top of the gentleman who uses the Tempered Fate. True Shot Barrage follows him through the magical journey. What the hell? He just went to the moon and back on Tarzan's side, gets himself the shield. He's going to be all right as Chovy jumps over the wall a little bit early, jumps back again. It's up.
At least before we get to that Baron mark.
Well, 2 minutes until that one is there. Griffin still with a monopoly. Oh, Griffin now is looking to secure themselves their third Drake as Tarzan. Going to be able to throw out that ultimate. Goes golden, does Lumao, and does buy some time here. Viper is eventually able to grab that kill as now Chovy. He has himself Lahand.
JD would have looked for the outer mid lane turret, but not going to be a possibility. That's a
journey trigger.
This top lane turret should go down. Griffin should be able to pick it up. It depends on how long they end up committing to it. But at the moment in time, if they're able to take top lane turret, there it goes. They can move.
Well, the perfect dragon for this composition, you have to feel, is Sword going to dive into the backline. The exhaust is going to be their final chapter. He's going to soften up the members of JDG so much. No one has fallen just yet. Chovy launches into the backline and it just gets evaporated. Takes the easy way out there as well as now Zoom trying to get work done. Lumao dies as an afterthought. The GA is there, but I'm sorry, mate. That is a see your death moment.
Hollywood was made of.
Oh, God. Well, Griffin are going to be able to turn that into even more of a horror.
And Captain Jack is in the building.
I think he is. In fact, he is. He's an analyst.
Exactly.
He's working right now as Griffin are going to be able to take down this inner turret. But bottom side of the map, the Aatrox is defending well as Chovy has left that lane.
But that backs my point about how Flawless seems, you know, invisible, but he's trying a lot.
Yeah.
He's trying to make plays happen, but the Mercurial Scimitar on the Ezreal, who's been forcing everything down your throat, and then you look towards what's been happening consistently. He's playing his front line.
He's baroned up minions, but what is good against them, what is good about them is taking down these turrets. And Viper going to help out.
I'll give it to Tarzan. just based off how this game has gone. And I guess we're going to find another kill.
Yeah.
Oh my
gonna
God.
flash in, misses another ultimate horrendously, but it doesn't matter. Another GA and potentially another death as the final chapter is looking for that route. That's nutty. Okay, Griffin are going to go for it. That one's going to land the final chapter. Misses the last few bolts. Lumao trying to get out of there. Sword says absolutely not. Chovy gets a solo ultimate for his trouble on the backside as Tarzan eventually takes down Imp, and Griffin, by hook or by crook, are going to win this fight. The first two going over to Tarzan. Sword looking for the backline is now flawless, running away with a sliver of health. Chovy dives in with the Q. The Sun Turret is there, trying to get work down. It does, as the Yuumi is going to fall, but eventually so does that Sun Turret, and Griffin have won the fight.
Yeah, and their carries are still up. So they're taking a lot here. This should be an inhibitor, but 20-second long death timer on Imp, 47-second death timer on Yagao.
Yeah, this is actually pretty late into the game. 40 minutes have gone by, Raz, somehow.
Oh, no.
And only now is it a 10,000 gold lead, and only now it is Flawless has to desperately hold on to his Nexus turrets. The Talon will complete the ace, and look at the damage to these structures. Viper, with the Trinity Force he just built, is going to take down Imp, and then will destroy the Nexus. Griffin will reign supreme here in their first look at the recap for today, of course, starting off with SKT's victory, Damwon following it up as well, and unfortunately the LMS and the VCS not exactly having a great day, as JD were also able to take down Dashing Buffalo. And as you just saw, the rise of the LCK as FPX gets taken by Kingzone, and we finish off the day with JD falling to Griffin, and that means that we have this 4-0 for the LCK.
Still haven't seen Invictus Gaming play, of course. We'll come out with two of their games. I'm just putting that out there.
All right.
Homecoming of Rookie, that's going to be a fun one to be able to watch.